How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is episode 6 of a Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 22 on the Platinum expansion map, Silverrun Forest. And where we last left off, we built this big ol' honkin' thing. That is the iron furnace. We are able to now take the iron ore that is produced up in the north portion of the map there. We're able to transport it down here and put it into this facility, and we are able to make actual metal. I guess ingots would be the proper term, maybe. Yeah, so that's chugging away. It's got quite a bit of iron ore currently in it, just chugging along producing. But what do we have planned for today? Well, right now I think the plan is to shop. We have a few things I want to purchase. Uh, and you know what? I'm just going to be a little cryptic about it. So I will cut us back once I get them. And there we go. There's one of the items that I wanted to purchase. This is going to come in huge handy for kind of phase 2 of the purchasing. But right now we can use it for these. These are the stone pallets that we created with that bucket of ours. I still didn't know it was a thing, but yeah, you can see this is 1,286 liters worth of stones. And that little machine over there can turn it into lime. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we just want to load this up with the telehandler. And there it goes. Now we hop in here. I believe here, let's turn on the help menu. Just enable pallets. There it goes. And there it goes. It is making pallets of lime right now. Here, while that's producing, let's do this. And there we go. Each one of these pallets is going to be 1,000 liters, but we should get a 1-to-1 from stones to lime. So it should be 1,200 and some change. Alright, close enough. Beauty. Now that should be 286 liters. So this should be empty. Turn that off. Now we are going to swing this around because we accepted a stone contract, stone removal contract. Now I inferred in the last episode how you can collect the stone breakage from the contracts that don't belong to you. I mean, the properties that don't belong to you from these stone contracts. Well, that's what we're going to do right now, because there is a lot of stones that get created from the process of these breaking contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and take the telehandler up there, and then I'm going to run back, grab our tractor, and purchase another piece of equipment. Now this one's a bit more expensive than the last one. The last one was about 20,000. That's the actual crusher itself. And actually, while we're driving up here, I'll go ahead and turn off that help window. Perfect. But yeah, like I said, this is a little bit more expensive than the than the other one, but it will enable us to pick up the stones from the ground after we crush them. So let's see, I think, oh yeah, it's right up here. So it's not too far away, which is nice. I mean, be able to just come over here and break up some stones. It looks like there's one right, yeah, right in front of us. Perfect. And how many are we actually looking to break? 7. 7 rocks. So we're going to take 7 rocks and we're going to break them up and we're going to collect the stones that it produces. Now, fold this. There we go. Now this is ready to break up. We are going to go run back to the shop there, pick up our tractor and the piece of equipment we're going to need. We'll meet you up there. So now that we are approaching the shop here, we got one more purchase to make. We'll cut you back in once we get it. And here it is. This is the Lizard Forage Pickup. This tool will pick up the stones from the ground even when we don't own the property. So now we're going to grab our tractor and we're going to hook up to it. Now I'm going to try and be careful here because I don't want to bump into anything that might get knocked out of alignment. And I'm specifically referring to the box, or there we go, the box of the crusher. Alright. That yellow and baby blue actually look, I think that looks really sharp together. Alright, perfect. Let's go ahead and unfold this pipe. Okay. And there's our telehandler right there in front of us. So once we get there, we're going to pull off to the side with this. I'm going to break the rock and then I'm going to show you how this works. Just going to pull right alongside here. Like I said, you'll be shocked at just how much stones you actually get from these contracts. It's actually quite impressive. And there we go. Back up. Look at all those stones on the ground there. Pretty decent pile. So now, oops, wrong button. Look at that, 1,286 liters. That's now in the tractor. Now if we spread that across the 7 stones that are remaining, that's going to be almost 8,000 liters of stones. That's pretty nice. Now we play just kind of a little game of hopscotch. We're just going to go back and forth between the 2 pieces of equipment, the breaker and the picker. Or I should say the breaker and the pickup. Pow. Now I wonder, because that stone looked a little bit bigger, I wonder if that one's going to give us more stones. Let's see. Uh, 3,286, so about 2,000 liters of stones for that one. So that was a little bit more. That's cool. Let's see, the next stone. Oh, there's one right. Oh, couple. Quite a few over there. Okay. Here, let's. Whoa. let's go ahead and leave that map open just so we know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see, so I broke 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one more around somewhere. Let's see if we can snake this big old tractor back here. Well, the only problem with this setup is you need a tractor with a good amount of horsepower because the stones actually weigh a pretty significant amount in the trailers. So it's really gonna make your tractor work overtime if it doesn't have the right amount of horsepower. Now the reason that I'm just kind of hopping back and forth between the telehandler and the tractor is if you leave the telehandler the way it is right now, it'll animate like it's still breaking the stone, but it's not actually breaking it. You actually, like the way I found is you actually have to be in the vehicle for it to actually break. Because these three are right next to each other and out in the open, I'll just go ahead and break them. That one's broken. Oh, and I see what looks to be the last one right up there at the top of the hill. Okay. Right up there. I believe that's the last one. Yep, one rock remaining. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll go ahead and get my telehandler up there, and as soon as it starts breaking it, I will hop out. I'll hop into the tractor, pick up the stones that are in front of it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in regards to the whole. So you hear it's working. Oh. See how it just stops? Got to be inside the vehicle. So that's kind of a bummer. You should be able to kind of leave it on its own, but oh well. You know, not the end of the world for sure. And you can see just how my tractor is just struggling to get up this hill. It's got almost 10,000 liters of stone. But you figure for one contract, 10,000 liters of stone, that's going to be a 1-to-1 conversion into lime, is really nice. And we're going to take what is a, kind of measly, I think it's like $1,000 contract. Actually, I can look that up real fast. 3,000, so it's not too bad for the type of work that it is. It's not hard, it's just big game of hide and seek. I wonder if it just needs me being a vehicle. Look at that, it actually does. It just requires you to be in a vehicle. That's actually a cool thing I just found out. And there we go. Alright. Well, now we need to take the telehandler back to... you know what? We won't go down the hill. Let's go... Yeah, let's go the actual road. That'll probably be a little easier. Alright, we'll go ahead and head on over there, and we'll get ready for the next phase of this contract. We'll meet you over there. So we ended up finishing that contract with almost 12,000 liters of stone. That 12,000 liters would have just sat around and done nothing. It would just reset with the next contract, and like this is free product right here that we get access to. I should. There we go. Dump this out on the ground. And ta-da! Just like that. Let's go behind it. There we go. There we go. Perfect. My bucket door isn't open on it, is it? I don't think so. Well, I guess it was open. Alright, well now all the stones are loaded into the grinder. We can go ahead and pick up our bag handler. Very, very awesome. I'm very happy with this. It looks like we might be able to get 3 across. Yeah, about 3 across. So, 2 more of these. There we go. Whoa. There's still quite a bit of stones here. You figure each one of these pallets are 1,000 liters, so that's 6,000 liters right there, plus 2,000, so that's 8,000. Like, this is probably one of the handiest pieces of equipment right here. Just the versatility of it, because you can do the stones into lime, you can do sugar beets to cut sugar beets, you can do uh, baled products like hay, straw, silage into loose. Look at that. Perfect. I feel like there's something else that I'm missing. Oh, and you can take wood and make it into wood chips. That's the other one. I tried to fully utilize this in my last Let's Play, but really didn't get a chance to do so. Just something to do with the map that I was on, just did not like that particular piece of equipment. Let's see. Yeah, so we're still going to get quite a bit more. Oh, I just realized that my telehandler is running low on fuel. Cross the street here and get some. Whoa. Hello, curb. $123 for gas? That sounds about right. Just curious what the sign says for prices. Yeah. Yeah, that all sounds about right. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see, we've got 9,000 liters here, got another 3,000 getting produced right here, plus it's going to be close to 1,000 liters left, so it's going to be quite a bit. So here's 12,000 right here. And there we go. This will be the last box. Perfect. There we go. 13,111 liters. Now we're going to take this up and we're going to sell it off because really we don't need lime at the moment. And lime is relatively inexpensive, but we can sell it for a pretty decent price. So we are just going to head on up to the sawmill because the sawmill just installed the management there that I left in charge. That would be a good idea to put in a uh, shipping, like a shipping container kind of depot kind of thing. So not only are they able to handle the wood ship containers, they're able to ship out other goods and services as well. So going slow, but yeah, they're able to produce not produce, but they're able to ship out other goods. So it works out very well. They pitched the idea to me, and I approved, and was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Let's diversify and make it to where we can, sell, ship, and do whatever products we can. You can see all the shipping containers over there. That's where they store everything. There we go. $5,435. I can live with that. Plus the money that we're going to get for the contract once we collect on it. We still haven't done that yet. So that means that, essentially that contract went from less than $3,000 to over $8,000. It's paying almost as much as one of the transport contracts. Which, speaking of a transport contract, that's next. We're gonna go pick up the pick up the telehandler, and we're gonna go ahead and pick up some logs. Ooh, do I have time? Do I have time? Do I have time? Go! There we go. Cool. Let's go ahead and put up our bunks. So this will be a nice, quick, and easy see, something about right there. So now let's go ahead and do this. Let's fold up our crusher here. And we'll go ahead and move this off of the store property. Perfect. Okay. Well, we're approaching the southern sawmill. Between these two contracts here, this will help replenish some of the money that we lost out on for, well, not lost out, but the money that we spent for purchasing the piece of equipment will help offset some of the costs. Actually, between the two contracts, it almost covers the crusher itself. So that's a positive way to look at it. You have to accentuate the positives. Okay, now it's somewhere. There we go. And we made 25 extra bucks. Now let's turn. We will head back to the yard there. I feel like there we go. That'll help. As long as the rear wheels are the ones that are touching the ground for whatever you're towing. Whoa. I just decided to do a little crabbing. It's okay. We got a serious crab going. Alright. Let's just get off the road. Alright, we made it back with no incidents. Okay, now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and collect on our contracts. So $2,750 for the rock removal, but you also have to encompass the almost $6,000 from the stone that we turned into lime. So that is, almost a $9,000 contract right there. And then 10,000 for the logs that we were able to deliver, and ta-da! $125,467. Love it. Alright, at this point, what we need to look at is our production chains here. If metal produces 1,000, then we almost got a metal roll. And if that's the case, we might just run it over to the roller coaster over there. But what I was looking for is this here. We've got 5,426 liters of wood, and we've got to be able to keep this chugging. So I think what we need to do, if I'm not mistaken, here, let's... The other thing that we have to look into as well is we're starting to run out of trees on this plot. We do have stones here. Could make some more lime. Gotta maximize the amount of money we can get from this. There is this... I wonder if these bigger stones... Like that one I think will. But there's some really big stones. I saw them earlier. I wonder if those will count towards... Anyways. Yeah. So I've got some trees down here that I could pick up. And take and refill that, yeah, I think I need to at least do one run of lumber to the sawmill just to get it a little bit more. Okay. Ooh, this is a lot of weight over the front axle. A lot of weight. Alright, trailer is fully loaded. Now we need to get out of this minefield of stumps and hidden wonders. Ooh, see? See? Exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. We're going to take this up to the sawmill. Alright, we are up here at the sawmill. We can go ahead and deliver all this wood to the mill pond right up here. Alright, well, that's all loaded. Let's head back. We'll grab our telehandler. Let's go check out what that metal ingot looks like. I'm excited. Alright, so on the other side of these tracks here should be a pallet of metal sitting there waiting to be delivered. Now, I am really excited to see this. Ooh, okay. Look at that. Whoops, wrong button. Almost like it's rolled wire, maybe? Or is it just a iron tube? Eh, cool. How much does that thing weigh? 1.3 tons, yeah. Quite a bit. Let's go across the way here. Ooh, $5,000 for one pallet. Heck yeah! And now that was more than enough metal to meet their needs for this stage. So we're good on planks. We're good on planks long. Where's planks long? We're good on planks long. Wood beams? No, wait. I read that wrong. Yes, we are good on planks. We are good on planks long. Yes. Wood beams? We are short by quite a bit. And metal, more than enough for this stage. So we need floor tiles, staircase railings, and wood beams. Those are what we need. And I did have some wood beams over at the... So why don't I just jet back up there and load some of that stuff up? No reason I can't. Alrighty, now we are delivering some products up here. This should get us just that much closer to getting the laundry list completed. As well as getting some money that we need. Alright, well. It was wood beams. So we're still short on wood beams, but not by a ton. So, all in all, I think, yeah. Just gotta deal with floor tiles and staircase railings, which I think floor tiles are over. Look at the map. I think that's here. Yep, flooring factory. And staircase railings, is that, where's that at? Shingle factory. No. Furniture. I think it's the wood turner down here. So, it's going to require a bit of money, but we're going to have to come up with it along the way. But I think that's the end of this episode. Nope. Yep. Definitely. I think that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. That being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.